Paper doll and flower. Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space, and we're never short of flower inspiration when we're looking at anything from Marianne North. And here is an image of Marianne, and this is when she was visiting Sri Lanka, and she is wearing traditional dress and costume that they got her to pose in, and then we've had this fabulous photograph, so I want to use that. And this is a beautiful image she painted when she was in Tenerife. And we've left the story with Marianne in Sarawak. She's just about to leave to go to Java. And here we can see the image of the monkey that she paints in the trees while she was there, which is fabulous because today's prompt is monkey. So she actually has a painting of one, and that is great because we can use that in the journaling today. And then we're also on our way to Java, and here is a fabulous picture that she paints when she's in Java, and this also signifies the banana plantations that she encounters when she gets here. So we're going to hear a little story today about that, and we're also going to put her image firmly on a page where we can keep her and be inspired. And today I'd like to use this image of Marianne as the paper doll part of the prompt, and I would like to put her on the page, and I think that this is a really good home for that particular image, and we can have a look at that. And then this was wonderful painting here, but this is from Sri Lanka, which is great because that's where this image was taken. So I think I love these red flowers. I might see if we can bring some red flowers into this piece here, which is just, it's lacking something. And I think that sometimes you can do these great collages and then they just need that focal point. So I think Marianne is going to be it. So I'm going to leave that there for a second, and just going to bring in the monkey as well. And also I've got some packaging paper here which is going to strengthen up my image, which is just a photocopy, or it's just a digital print, so we're going to use that as well. And then there was just this beautiful image of a pineapple. I thought we'd all have a look at that. Merry Christmas, pineapple. Okay, and then if you just spied this, I have got this wonderful present to open as well. So I've just thought we'd have a little look at this. This is the final present from Joanna. Now you'll notice that I'm journaling a day behind on the prompts, and that is because the animal prompts come out at 5 o'clock in the UK in the afternoon, and by that time it's very difficult for me to get into a project when I like to do my projects in the morning so I can think about them. So it has been a real challenge, I won't lie. It's been a bit difficult. So anyway, we're going to enjoy it. I've got a Christmas coffee here. I'm not sure what that is, but let's just find out whether I like my Christmas coffee. I don't know what's Christmassy about it, but it's good coffee. And another place where you can get a good coffee is Java, apparently, because Marianne does remark on how much she likes the coffee and the tea from Java. So we'll hear all about that. Oh, this one is beautiful. So this is from a swap that I have done with UK ladies, and this is from Joanna, and that is a really fun little swing tag, isn't it? That's definitely going to come into the journal, or my personal journal. And then this is this lovely string. I don't know why I get so excited about it, but the last time I had some, I made a little book with the Japanese stab stitch. Thank you everybody who reminded me of that stab stitch that we did. And that was the stab stitch that I did there. I did miss that one out, but I sort of did it deliberately because I just didn't want it to detract too much from the fish. I like the idea that he might be able to swim under, not be blocked by a thread. Anyway, so I'm opening this from Joanna. This is my little last Saturday of the month, Christmas. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Let's flip it over. Look at this beautiful stamping with the clock in the middle. Isn't that clever? I love that. That's super great. Oh my goodness, look what she's done. It's India. It's India. So she goes to Java, then she goes to India. I'm speechless. That's brilliant. I'm speechless because Joanna made this before I started the Marianne North journal. She made this in November, before I'd even come up with the idea or the concept to make this journal. And if you remember, last time she'd made me this Japanese style origami, and this one is an Indian elephant, and it's just absolutely perfect because that's the next thing that we will be doing, is going to India in the journal. And that's some of the stuff that goes on when you get involved in these. I don't know, I can't explain it, but I'm seeing other creators saying the same thing. So there's something there, guys. It really, oh, it looks so beautiful hanging up. So, sorry, I'm wobbling. That's because I'm hanging it up. Oh, look! She's got my M. Oh, that's so lovely. Oh, I can never have enough lace trim. That's so useful. A little Merry Christmas there. Oh, lovely bits, lovely stickers, autumn bits. Where did she get all this lovely tissue paper? Look at that. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love, love, love. So cool. Yes, this is the hats. All the hats that they would have worn. 1899. Now, sadly, this is after Marianne died. She died in 1890. So she never would have had to endure the bird on top of the hat fashion. Look at this. Oh, look, beautiful papers. Beautiful stamped papers. I think you're taking me on a trip around the world here with some, this feels like an Indian paper. Handmade, homemade. Yes, look. This beautiful handprint. Oh, well, it's all going to come in and be part of it. And there, that's good. A little star napkin. And more paper and a little extra. But this is so good and I love this. Let's bring it back in. So we've got the gold. That's clever, isn't it? And the beads. It's really fun. And then this is time to have some fun. Things to play with. It's just great, isn't it? So we can all enjoy some of this. It's nice to sit down. It's Christmas Eve here. And we're just, there's a little bit of moment of calm. So I'm sneaking off here to just spend some time with Marianne while everybody's just settling down. It's lovely. Oh, look, all the bits. Oh, these are cute. Little pages. Oh, they are pages. I thought they were cards. They're lovely little script text bits there for collage. And songs. Portsmouth garland. Well, Portsmouth isn't far away from me, so that is all relevant to me. Isn't that wonderful how people think like that? Or even if you didn't, it just works out. And these little heart things and bits and pieces that I can journal with. That'll be nice in the new year. Paper clip there. And all the little bits. Super little bits. I love that. So sweet. I'm going to add some of those to my fun festive Christmas journal. And I'm going to keep my little M as well. So that was really special. Thank you very much. And on with the journal. So we left the story with Marianne still on her adventures looking for these incredibly famous pitcher plants of hers. And we can call them hers because one of them was actually named after her. And she wrote to Kew Gardens letters home to say, I have 2 of them now. One is 1.5 feet long and one of them is bright rose in colour. and one of the two that she sent home as samples did prove to be a new species. So she is then off on her travels again to Java, Indonesia. Java was Marianne's next treat. That year it certainly came up to her expectations. In fact, she considered it surpassed Brazil, Jamaica and Sarawak all put together. Not only were there luxurious rainforests, lake filled with sacred lotus, and vast plains of rice, indigo, corn, tea and tobacco, but there were fantastic buildings and the most impressive volcanoes. Marianne particularly approved of the houses made of woven rattan or bamboo, often set on stilts. She found the Javanese to be a very handsome race of people and much admired their brightly coloured clothes and was amused by the universal habit of carrying an umbrella at all times. In Bogor, she stayed in a hotel only 15 minutes' walk from the botanical gardens and soon made friends with the director who provided her with all the flowers she wanted. From her hotel window, she enjoyed watching local children dressed in nothing but a banana leaf on their head and old men flying kites with their grey beards thrown up in the air and their respectful turbans falling off their heads. Marianne left Bogor for Jakarta. She had a big letter in her pocket from the Governor-General to all officials, native and Dutch, asking them to feed and lodge Marianne and pass her on to wherever she wanted to go. And she did go to endless places in Java. She inspected Hindu ruins, sometimes with an official holding a gilt umbrella of state over her head, much to her embarrassment. From the monastery of Borobudur, she had the most fantastic, most magnificent view of a volcano, and nearby she was amused to see about 400 sitting statues of Buddha. Everywhere the people seemed interested in Marianne's painting. Most watched her quietly, but the Chinese children crowded round her. One boy came so close and stared so hard that Marianne calmly raised her paintbrush a little and put a dab of blue on the end of his nose, and the applause in the street was amazing. What an uproar. Marianne's abiding memory of Java must surely have been the lively horses and ponies on which she sometimes rode for hours at a time. It was fortunate that she was an accomplished horsewoman, as some of the ponies had a habit of resisting their riders. And so we'll leave the story there, but I think that that is a really special leg of her journey where Marianne was very centred and very happy. I'm just laying down some Fabri-Tac there and putting in a little scrap of fabric I found with some red in it, because I think that's going to echo these lovely flowers here that I can see that she painted when she went to Sri Lanka. And that was in 1877. So that is, that is moving on from Java. She then goes to Sri Lanka, and then after that she goes to India. And what I found is these red flowers, they're paper, but they're very bulky, and I'm just wondering if I can take some of the bulk out by removing the middle portion, just because it's this bit that is so bulky. It's got quite a lot of glue in there, which was obviously put in there to make the flower look more, but I'm just seeing if I can just tear it out, because that is just going to push the journal up, and then we just get the suggestion of the flower, and that actually looks more in keeping with what I'm seeing, and maybe we just want a little bit of black dots or something in the middle. So I'm just going to see if I can do that here, and then this will lay a little bit flatter. I'll just tear that out. Okay, I found this lovely fabric here with its beautiful patterning in the metallic threads and colours there. And this is an Asian fabric, which is absolutely stunning. I think it's, you know, it's wonderful. So what I'm wanting to do is I want to see if I can get the darker gold colour, which will sort of fit in with the tones here, and see if I can put that on the middle part of my flower. I'm going to keep a bit of that green, and I shall just cut into it so it frays up a bit. That's great. So just with a bit of Fabri-Tac, and then that's just changed the look completely. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to stick down Marianne, the paper doll. I don't know if I want anything extra behind her. I think there's plenty going on there. Just want to get around the edges really. A nice strong glue so it'll grab to all the mesh behind her, which is the cheesecloth, and we'll just come down. So it is actually less bulky than it was before, even though it appears that I am just putting bulk back in. It's less than it was. Okay, let's just go for it. We'll stick down the monkey. Oh, that's nice. He's actually looks like he's looking at her. That's quite sweet. I'm just going to put in this little bit of green which came off of the metallic fabric. Just tie that bit in there. Okay, so this is a belly band and still operates as such with the paintings behind her, and comes out here as well. Okay, I've covered up the faces. I'm taking a brush. I just want to mix up my gold ink and just see if I can do a couple of splats. That's quite fun. And I'm just going to paint the veins on the leaf in gold as well. I think that's really fun. And then I'll just allow that to stick down a bit better. And there we go, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay safe, and above everything else, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye-bye now.